Man, I feel like when I started really following God, like I was really serious about it, I think I was surprised at how much pruning I still have to do, how much pruning that God is still doing in me, how many times I feel like He's taken away things that are comfortable for me. But there has been moments where I'm like, God, not that too. Like, you gonna take that away? Or how He just constantly will reveal Himself to me and show me and the things that I need to evolve and work on. So me personally, Fridays are my day. And I have Friday mornings is really my time to just lean into my relationship with God, have some time of devotion. I like to sleep, and I have embraced that, and I need my sleep in order to be able to pour into my husband as well as my kids. But just having my alone time, my personal time, I'm still a person. I love Vernon, but we always say that we definitely complement each other, but we don't complete each other. But I feel like we need those, Vernon and me. We just need that separate time. To lean into God and just figure out what He's saying to us and just how we're feeling, being aware of where we are in our walk with God, also where we are in our walk in life, careers, family, all those things. But that private time on Fridays in particular for me is really important.
I think my faith has probably been the most influenced by my family, to be honest. In trying to be a leader and lead my house has certainly made sure to caused me to shore up, what I believe about God. Do I believe what I'm saying? Do I believe what I'm hearing, reading, and praying? And so my immediate family, in my house has just certainly been most influential. I think what people don't always share, or even growing up in church, people don't always share, is like the seasons of life and how they change. You learn to trust God, depend on God more when things may not be going well. When really that dependency, if you could keep your dependency steady, your relationship with God would go up, as opposed to you going up and down as the waves of life take you up and down. Studying certain friendships in the Bible, the one that always sticks out to me is David and Jonathan, right? That friendship that stick closer than a brother. I think those kind of friends that you really can depend on, who have become family or sometimes feel like they even replace family in certain seasons, those are the friendships that we should crave, we should desire and go for. Now, those aren't easy. They're not easy to come by. They're also not easy as they play out. And so I think knowing even your friendship will go through changes and things may come to affect that friendship, but you certainly, can look at their example of a friend sticking closer than a brother and being with your friend through every season.
I think we take it literal.
So I feel like there was a time in my life where I really was on like no new friends because people are weird. So now I feel like you're not gonna grow and literally walk in the fullness of the relationships God calls for you unless you have new friends.
Yeah, because I really didn't want to be your friend at first. Because you was just.
And 7 years later, look.
You did. You broke me down, but it was
I'm
necessary.
persistent, girl.
And I was like, this girl is weird. This lady is strange, but look.
What if you would have listened to Drake?
Then I wouldn't have a whole bunch of friends.
Because I'm like one of your only good friends.
Yeah, good. We bless God.
Amen. Biblical perspective on friendships. I like to think that our relationship reminded me of Moses and Aaron.
For sure.
Because not only, if we're being honest, there are things that we both didn't feel like we were called to do and relied on the other one to do. And then there have been seasons where we've had to hold each other's arms up.
Like you said, the roles were reversed. Some days I need you to be the Aaron, or you need me to be the Aaron. I think that's kind of how our friendship was able to stay solid.
Yeah.
And not only that, but we know it was a God-given relationship.
Absolutely.
We know that within that, like there was a level of discernment and wisdom, but we needed each other in that moment. So I think Moses and Aaron is a great testament and a representation of who we are, and I think that could be reflective of other relationships.
Self-care. We love to see it.
I'm gonna take a nap.
I'm going to probably take a nap as well. We're also going to use Do Not Disturb because that little Do Not Disturb on the phone.
My Do Not Disturb is always on.
Always.
So if you miss it, I'm sorry. I'll get 24 hours.
Because self-care is not selfish.
It's the best care. Because I'm not stressing today. I'm not stressing today. And it is so.
And that's it.
I would definitely say one of the things that I wish we were told before we got married was that it's okay to make a decision that's best for us, even if friends and family don't really agree with it or appreciate it. You know, we learned the hard way during, you know, the first year of our marriage, you know, to stick to our plan.
Yeah. One thing that I wish someone would have told us before we got married is to find out how your spouse likes to be celebrated. Because I remember for my first birthday when we were married, I had this expectation based on like how I grew up.
Yeah.
You know, when I woke up and my dad's downstairs, when I'm walking downstairs, it's like acknowledgement of like, happy birthday, it's a birthday girl, it's a birthday queen, like being celebrated like from the moment I wake up all the way to like, you know, 12 in the morning. And so I remember we had to have that conversation because we were so used to celebrating just like a snippet of the day, you know.
I dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah, but that was something that I did not communicate. And so once I communicated my expectation, you know, then there was the adjustment.
I realized as we gotten older that friendships take a lot more initiative and intentionality. And so you have to like intentionally turn back around and say, hey, how y'all been doing? You know, what do you need? What you been up to and stuff like that. That really keeps your friendships going, you know, even if everybody's busy all the time at this point.